What in the 20s is going
in the
on?
20s,
Think about
yeah.
the 20s.
What
baby.
Plenty.
What in the 20s is
I
going
am
on?
here for my
20s, baby. This is the 20s.
Welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Zamam Kize, and this is What's in the 20s, a podcast where you listen to me grow through its baby. On today's episode, I have digital content creator Mo Mdluli. Hello.
I don't know which, do I look at this camera?
They're all catching me. Hello, Mo.
How are
my
you?
gosh. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for getting me out of my bed. I was rotting in my bed. I was wait.
Don't start me on
I
that.
have an appointment with Zama. I need to go.
I need a head
I need to get out of here.
No, honestly, thank you so much for showing up because, it's been over a year since you've, uploaded a podcast. I was like, are you still trying to be
bullied online? Don't remind me.
But that's what I'm saying. Even you just saying yes, you wanted to come and all of that. I was just like, oh, okay, hell yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I've like I told you, I follow. What do you say? Follow, subscribe to your podcast channel. So when you reached out, I was like, no way. No ways. You?
That's
what,
so
me?
funny because I've known you for years prior before I even started. Yeah, because you've shared yourself, online. Yeah. Yeah.
All of me. I'm tired now.
That's what I'm saying. I knew you first. So you even saying that I'm actually a subscriber of your podcast. I was like, we both know each other.
Yeah, because you came up as a recommendation and then I followed.
Yeah.
And then I listened. And I was like, this is so cool. Hearing a young Black, young woman just going through life and just speaking things as it is. I'm like, I like that. I'm allowed to swear on the podcast.
Let it rip.
Okay. I'm just, in case something rolls out, I'm gonna have to re-record.
No, I understand. I got you.
Yeah.
Mo, I was listening back to your podcast, right? It's just speaking about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was something that you mentioned where you were saying that your family was going through a really financial time, And what really sparked something in me was when you said you felt like you needed to do something, it was your responsibility. And from that moment, I was like, I know what I want to talk about. I know exactly why I need you on this podcast.
You did your fucking research, man. Jeez.
I would like to speak about eldest daughter syndrome.
Let's do it.
Can we go there? Okay. Let's start from growing up, right? Before we speak about how it's impacted us now, right? Mm-hmm. Did you feel there were any kind of responsibilities, roles, expectations and all of that was solely placed on you because you are the eldest daughter compared to your other siblings?
My parents are going to be so proud of this answer, but no. More than anything, I feel I place those pressures on myself. Both my parents are creative, so they've always just supported me. Do what you need to do. We'll handle the rest. Which I'm so blessed to have them and have them as my guide to not take life so easily. Not take life so. What's the word? Not easily. Seriously, yeah. Just do your thing. You want to study art? Do your thing. You know. But with me, I'm a control freak. So when things weren't okay financially at home, I'm like, what do I have to do? What can I do to get us out of this mess? Which wasn't even my responsibility, But I took it upon myself. I need to do this. I need to do that. And at that point, it was the first time I got diagnosed with depression and anxiety. So also mentally, I couldn't show up. I couldn't show up for myself. I couldn't show up for them, and that was frustrating me. But going back to what you asked, I never felt that pressure from them.
Yeah.
It's more pressure within than I felt.
And why did you feel it was your job to solve it and just make everything? Because I feel that too. I don't feel my parents have told me, Zama, we expect you to do this. But I still feel if I don't do it,
Yeah.
Who's gonna, So where does that come from, I guess? I think, inside of us that feels we have to solve these problems.
I hate being a failure. Oof. I hate being feeling I'm rejected. So yes, my parents never made me feel like a failure or you did this wrong, whatever. But I don't know. It's you guys don't see what I feel like I failed to do, but it's like maybe like deep down you guys are, you just don't want to make me cry because I'm a crier. Like I cry all the time.
Same.
You know, you get it.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's all a me thing.
Do you ever feel like your siblings are looking up to you? You know,
That's the hardest part. Is them, because I always feel like I need to be like a role model, an icon, and this perfect older sibling. Like, yeah, my sister did this. Like, I'm gonna do this like 10 times better. Like, show them that it's possible. And then when mental illness is like, hey, now, like, I'm still here. Like,
okay, hold on. Let's speak about this. You know, being diagnosed with depression. You know, when did that happen?
Sorry, my memory is also like messed up. I'm gonna try to remember. It was 2 years ago, so 2023. That's when I was first diagnosed.
Sure.
But it was like not major, so to speak. And then last year, I was diagnosed with severe depression and anxiety. I feel more of the depression. I feel like the anxiety is just a little baby cousin, you know. Like,
it's not the real thing.
It's not the real thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like the depression is more. It tries to, take me down more often.
Were there signs that like led up to you just like, man, I need to see someone? You know,
Oh my gosh, there's always signs. Well, for me, and I think the signs are different. Like I'll never say like, look out for this, look out for that, because we all like respond to traumas and whatever differently. But for me, I self-isolate a lot. It's gonna sound nasty, but I don't bath. Like literally like small things. Like I can't get out of bed. I can't. You can laugh, by the way.
No.
You can laugh. Go laugh.
It feels like the most mundane things are so hard to do, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like things like you think it's simple, like just take off your sheet, get out of bed, brush your teeth. But I couldn't do that. Like I literally felt paralyzed. Like my body felt heavy. So, and then obviously like I don't know, there's a trigger warning, but then like suicidal thoughts and stuff. And then I just thought like I can't leave like this. I need to fight harder for my life. Like I want to live, I want to experience God's purpose for me. And I'm not gonna cut myself off and like not say like I've experienced joy. I've experienced what God has planned for me. I feel like I can't say that now, but one day I will, and I want to live to say that, so that's what really just kept me going. And like my family praying for me, my friends praying for me, my brother and sister, like they're just being like my rock. Yeah, I actually forgot what the question was, but like,
I was just asking about the signs leading up to it.
There we go.
No, but I'm thinking now, because even though you spoke about like the pressures of feeling like you want to be a role model to your siblings and stuff, and now I'm thinking like them seeing you in this like vulnerable space, like how does that make you feel?
Oh my gosh, I hate it. Like, I absolutely hate it.
Sure.
I hate it because I'm supposed to be their rock, that I want them to be like, I want to grow up and like be like you or handle situations like you. So it's like when you see me and you see what happens and like being hospitalized and stuff, I know it's not a bad thing. And I know for the longest time, like mental illness has had like what's the word? Like bad look or underestimated. So I know everything that I've done for myself, I'm reminding myself that I'm teaching them to take their health seriously, whether it's emotional or physically. But in the moment, it feels like I failed them, But every day they remind me, like, you're my hero for getting help. You're my hero for seeing your therapist like 7 days a week, 7 days out of like a whole week. Like, it's okay. Like, yeah, if I wasn't so hopped up on antidepressants, I would be crying right now from that question. But, no emotions. I think I'm ready.
Oh man, if you don't laugh through this, you will cry.
Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I don't know, have you ever felt like you've had to be like the executive parent, I guess, in the sense of like just making decisions on behalf of your parents and stuff, for your siblings or regarding them or things that affect them or, just standing in for your parents?
That's a very good question. No, I'm the clown of the house. So more than anything, like my
Okay.
younger sister, like the one that I came with, she's more of like the more like executive parent. Like,
Wow.
I don't know, like I'll come to her and I'll be like, I want to do this. And then she'll be like, no. And then she'll give me like sound advice as if I went to my mom. And I'm just like, who's older? Like, what are you saying?
Yeah,
Like, you know?
that's so
And like,
interesting. Oh my word.
when we want to go out, she'll be like, okay, this is like the protocol of going out. We do this, and this. And I'm like, just like, how are you like doing this? Like,
Yeah.
your mind is
Yeah.
crazy. So I think maybe she would be able to answer that question because, yeah, man, she does a lot. She even washes the dishes. Like, she puts up the laundry, and I'm just sitting there in bed and just like, okay, you know, not today,
Don't
guys.
look
You
this
know,
way. Yeah,
so she's the
excuse me.
oldest, honestly, out of all of us. I feel.
And has it just always been like that, or have
It's-
those roles just changed over time?
I feel like the more I was battling with, you know, the like inner work that I had to do, she stepped up a lot more. And like, I think she saw that like physically, like, and emotionally, I can't be like that, like older sister figure. So she's just like, you know what? Just hold my earrings. I got this. You know what I mean?
Sure. Wow.
So
that's
yeah.
really lovely. You know, like somebody being able to see what you need and like stand in the gap.
100%.
Because I think it just like it lightens the load. Excuse me. Yeah, it lightens the load so much because sometimes you don't even know how to ask for what it is that you need, how to like vocalize that.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, like I think people always like, even when people say like, tell me what you need, it feels so even strenuous to think about what that is.
Yeah,
And like, you know, to even say, yeah, can you do this for me and all of that? Like you just like, want somebody to just like, yeah, fix it. But like, yeah, they can't. But also with regards to like helping yourself, you spoke about that, like you saying, I want to live and stuff like that. What does that look like for you? You know, I think just mentally and physically, like convincing yourself, well, I guess like it starts off like that, right? Convincing yourself I want to live and like actually putting in the effort to like live a fulfilled life, you know?
Yeah. So the question is, what does it look like to
For
me?
you, does it feel like this journey you have to go on mentally and prepare yourself for every day, or
I don't want to like think about it as like this like journey where I need to like put on like, you know, like my battle armor and stuff.
Yeah.
I just, simple things for me, and it's gonna sound like really Mo. If I can just get out of bed on time, especially because I work a 9 to 5, so if I can listen to my alarm, switch it off, get out of bed, thank God for the day, and brush my teeth, like, and wash my body, obviously, like that's more than enough for me. And then I'm like, you know what, you're getting stronger every day. Yeah, that's literally how simple it is. Like I take it literally day by day, and in that day, hour by hour.
Do you know, I like how sensitive you are to like yourself, the grace that you provide yourself and stuff. And it makes me feel like that's how you are to others too, you know, and how you are to your surroundings and the world around you. And do you feel like, you know, perhaps, I don't know if this is like a result of being the eldest daughter, but like it's just made you very empathetic, very much like caring, very much like just,
100%.
you know, towards other people.
100%. I don't know if you believe in star signs. So apparently I'm a Cancer.
Talk to me.
Oh, you're a star signs girl.
No, but
okay.
Please.
So they say that Cancerians are like very sensitive, gentle, emotional and stuff. So, I mean, I guess like I'm behaving according to my star sign. But another thing is that I've been so hard on myself. So it's only now where I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take care of Mo. Like, what does Mo need? You know what I mean? Because I can do it for Zama. I can do it for my sister. I can do it for everyone. Like, I can show up for you in the most. Like, I can carry you through your pain. But I've never been able to carry myself through the pain. So I'm learning. Like, every day I'm learning to just fall in love with me and what do I need? Like, what fills my cup? You know what I mean?
Sure. I want to touch on that, right?
Okay.
Because they do say that like a lot of like eldest daughters and stuff have this issue of wanting to be a perfectionist, wanting to overachieve,
100%.
just setting themselves to a high standard and all the rest. Is that something you deal with where you just have these expectations for yourself that like, I need to reach this goal, I need to achieve this thing, I need to have these accolades and all of that?
Yeah.
You know, you mentioned earlier even just like your need for control, you know, that is something I struggle with. I hate being in situations where I feel like I cannot control the outcome, or I hate feeling helpless. I hate, and that was something you mentioned too, that like when you couldn't help your family out, and not knowing what to do during that tough time, it just left you feeling so helpless. And yeah, I think I'm just curious to like just talk through, why do we stress ourselves out so much and then not award ourselves grace, just feel like we are responsible for everything.
Why do we stress ourselves? That's a good question. Like, I don't even know, like, how to even, like, break it down. But, like, just, I think going back to just the fear of, like, being a failure, man. Like, feeling like a failure to yourself, feeling like a failure to just, like you look at yourself, you're like, oh, I'm 26. I should be in my own apartment. You know what I mean?
Speak about it.
It means to strike a nerve.
I should be doing this. I should be. Like we don't take enough time to be like in the present. Like what's happening in the present? Like how can we make the present like beautiful, and how can we give ourselves grace in the present? So in terms of the why, I actually don't know how to answer that, but I'm trying to not focus on answering the why, but then just taking care of myself and letting grace be, my guide, essentially. Yeah. Do you think you can let go of those desires of like all the things you want to achieve, in the sense of the fact that you're saying, okay, I need to take care of myself and have grace. But do you think you can let go of that part of you that is still saying, but Mo, you should be here. You should have this done.
It's hard. Like it's so hard. But recently I've seen and slowly coming to terms with what happens when you don't let go of it, and you sit with it and you listen to the voices. So do I want to go through what I went through? No. So what's the way forward? I'm going to work on, like, it's not like an overnight thing, like, oh, I'm free, like I'm just going to be free, and like I don't care that I'm 26 and like this is no, like every day I wake up and I'm like, fuck. Like we're doing this again. Exactly.
And it just continues.
It's like, again, like what is going on? But yeah, day by day, I'm trying to, that whole saying, like, let go and let God. That shit is hard. Like, letting go and letting God. It's like, because sometimes you look up in the sky, you're like, are you? Yeah. Like, are you seeing this? Take the reins.
Why won't you take the lead?
I'm letting go. Like, hi.
I need you, God.
Exactly.
Do you think you are hyper independent?
Oh, 100%. Oh, 1,000%. It's even hard, like, even with relationships. Like, I believe in 50-50. I know a lot of people, my sister, like, she would be like, hell.
You got the wrong one.
But I believe in it because that's like, it's a trauma response for me. Because I never want to depend on a person. Like, depending on someone is scary. Like,
because of that loss of control.
Like, exactly. And that's why, like, I'm single. Because, like, I'm just like, ugh. Like, what? You want to take me away with your money? What if you, I don't know, like, we have an argument and you leave me there? And I'm like, I went with like an empty wallet thinking my man. Like, I know.
That's what you're thinking.
Like overthinking. Like, welcome to my mind.
What if you leave me there? It's crazy. You know what I mean? What, have you ever been left alone?
I've never.
So why would you think that would happen?
That's the thing. And I guess that's where the little like anxiety cousin kicks in. It's like, what if? You know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely do think my hyperdependence.
Hyper-independence, yes.
Wow, we need a dictionary. My hyper-independence really is just a trauma response. Like, I don't rely on anyone. Like, anything can happen, anything can change. So I need to know that I got my own.
A trauma response to what? Was there a moment in your life where you felt like?
1,000%. Whether like romantically or like family, but not like directly to me, but like indirectly. Like, for example, the financial situation where, I mean, I saw my dad and my mom were working really hard to make ends meet, like during that season. So I was like, I never want to like be uncomfortable like that. I need to have my own, you know, and like, I don't blame them or anything. More than anything, I take the resilience that they carried through that season and how they were able to still show up for us as our parents was incredibly, like, it was amazing. So with that, it's like, I want to have that resilience. I need to like get it together. Like but I can only do this alone because I'm not going to rely on anyone. Like people are just going to drag me down, like especially these romantic people.
Oh,
I don't have time for that. So if you want to go on a date, oh my God, if you want to go on a date, we are splitting it 50-50. Okay?
Are you being so genuine?
I'm for real. For now, until I've healed, then he's covering the whole thing.
Yeah. But for now, it's even if you guys are like in a relationship, you know, this is someone you regard as your boyfriend and all the rest, you're still going to be like.
But you know, God is a comedian because then I attract those that don't mind going 50-50. So I'm like, are you adding to my trauma? Or are you like, you're not adding to my healing, clearly.
Clearly you don't want me to get better.
Yeah, you want to go 50-50 for the rest of our lives. Like,
no.
Yeah.
Oh, but this is not something, you know, that you want forever is what you're saying. You want it just for like in the beginning, but you want it to change essentially. Or you want to be with someone who's going to reject that and say, no, Mo, I want to take care of you. I want to pour into you. You know, we don't have to do that.
Oh, that's another good question. I don't know. Instantly, I want to say no. Like, I don't want to be with that type of person. But another part is like, I want someone to challenge me. Like, no. Like, do you mind if I cover the whole bill? Like, what is that going to feel like? Is that going to encourage me to work on the healing of like falling back on 50-50 as a trauma response? Or is it going to make me feel uncomfortable where I'm like, I hate you, get out of my life? I don't know. But I do want to experience it so I can say, actually, I'm good with 50-50, or like, actually, it's fine. Like, you cover everything.
Well, okay, now I want to ask, are you uncomfortable just in general with people pouring into you? You know, maybe perhaps paying for you, getting you gifts, doing gestures for you and stuff. I know that for a long time, there was something I struggled with. Like I felt very uncomfortable when people would do things for me and I felt like I had to pay them back or do something bigger or better or whatever because it was like you owe them or something.
Exactly. And that concludes our episode. Mo does not want to be owned. That's the thing. And obviously, my friends are so sweet. Like, I have the sweetest friends in the world, and they're like acts of was it acts of love? What love language? Nah, you see, I'm being so out of the game. I don't even know what this shit is.
I'm with you. Yeah, acts of service.
Acts of service. Yeah. So they love gifting and I love it because they're very like sentimental stuff. Like I love tea. A friend of mine got me like a cute little like tea set, just beautiful stuff. But then I'm like, ooh, the pressure's on. Like now I need to like
why did you do that?
Exactly. I need to level up my gift that I was, you know what I mean? Like it just the pressure, man. Like just always having to show up like above and beyond, you know? And I have people that show up for me above and beyond, and I always feel like I need to pay them back for that. You know?
Sure. Yeah. And do you give, you know, without expecting anything in return?
I do want something, but nothing crazy. Something that I can. So I want something in return that I can afford to go above. You know what I mean? Yeah, like give me something, but don't go crazy.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Like
don't go buy me like a Lamborghini. How am I supposed to top a Lamborghini?
But that's the thing. We keep thinking we need a top, right? We keep thinking like
you need to be the best. You need to be the best. You need to be overachieving every single little thing.
Everything, right?
Even things like gifting, like
someone just trying to be there for you or whatever. You know, like sometimes you could be like crying, going through an emotional, you know, place, and like your friends are comforting you, and you're just like, I'm so sorry. Like I'm so sorry for crying.
Yeah, I always apologize. I'm not supposed to be crying right now. And then they're like, but then when are you supposed to be crying?
Yeah.
If it's not with us, you know. My friends and my family create such a safe space for me to be vulnerable. And I always feel like I don't deserve it. You know, like I need to create that space for you. Why are you guys doing this for me?
Oh, whoa.
Right?
Why do we feel like I need to be the one doing this? I need to be taking care of you.
I need to be. Don't take care of me.
Have you ever? Mo, have you ever felt like either one of your parents or maybe both used you as an emotional outlet? You know, they might not use the word used, but like they found comfort in like, you know, emotionally pouring into you and sharing stuff in their lives.
My mom used to do it a lot, but like to a certain extent. Like she would complain about certain things going on around the house, but then she wouldn't go like too much in detail. So I mean, I'm grateful that she didn't like go all the way, because I think with certain things and people I would have been like really resentful, because like no one touches my parents, no one touches my mom. But then again, that overthinking and the problem like solver, you know, the whole firstborn thing, you have to solve everything. My mind would then wonder like, okay, cool, you gave me this much of the story of what happened. I'm gonna run with it, and then now I'm gonna sit and like fester on it. But we did have a chat like as I was growing up, and I was like, you know, maybe certain things speak to like your friends, like maybe we speak to my aunts about it, but like I can't take, even if you're giving me a little, like for me it feels like you're giving me the whole world to like carry on my back. So I mean, that conversation went well, you know, thank goodness. But yeah, I think my mom
you
was
just
the
knew
only
you had
one.
to have it.
Yeah, and she listened. She received and she listened, and yeah.
You know, that's something they also speak about, is like very often we struggle with boundaries, you know, because we're just so used to like, whether it's having to show up for our siblings, our parents, or this and that and stuff. It's like we just we give and we give, or we do and we do, and all the rest, and we actually don't even know how much is left in our cups for ourselves, you know, because also overthinking, trying to be the best for everyone, trying to be the role model and all the rest and stuff. And like I just wanted to know, like, have you struggled with boundaries, whether it's with like your relationships with your friends, a romantic partner, just in life in general, at school, whatever you're doing?
All the time. That's also another thing that I'm in the war zone with. I'm such a people pleaser, like such a people pleaser. Therefore, there are no boundaries. There are no boundaries. I remember I was out once and some lady came and like I had these braids and was like playing with my braids. It's like, wow, it's so cool how they do this. I don't have to mention what kind of lady it was.
Oh, yeah.
She was playing with it. For the life of inside, like, have you ever watched Get Out? Like when they're trapped inside? Inside, I'm like, just leave my hair alone. Like, stop doing that. And then outside, I was just sitting. I froze. I'm just like, when you're done, and she did a little bow on it as well. I'm like, you take your time, ma'am. Like, if you can walk away saying I'm the most sweetest girl and I let you play with my hair, like, it's fine. Let's do it.
Even though you felt like you were compromising on your oh man.
And that may seem like a smaller like example, but like that's huge to me. It's like in the moment, like, why wasn't I able to speak up for myself and be like, hey, listen, these are my boundaries, like personal space. You know what I mean? Instead, I was thinking about how she may feel after me like expressing how uncomfortable she's making me. Because again, like I come second to anything and anyone.
Oh my.
Because you know what I mean? Because that's I've never allowed myself to know that I deserve anything and everything. Like I don't deserve well, I'm not saying I don't. I used to think that I don't deserve anything. So therefore people's needs come way before mine.
How do you manage carrying everybody's needs, everybody's desires, everybody, you know, like whatever they want to do or whatever? How do you manage just holding space for all of that and for everyone all the time?
Honestly, I don't know.
I
wish I could tell you. Like I don't mind doing it, but I don't know how I do it. Like I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's a firstborn thing, like you automatically switch on for others, like it's just like it's like second nature, like of course I'm going to be there for you, like, and then ignore whatever you're going through. But I can't say like I sit down then I plug in something in my brain, like
it's
I don't know how I do it.
Do you know how to say Mo, you're 26. I'm going to be very clear with you. Hold your hand when I tell you this.
I'm turning 26 on Monday.
Yeah.
I'm still a baby.
But okay, so do you feel like you still don't know how to say no?
I'm working on it.
Is it like something that just kicks in that just like holds you back from, and you just...
Because I feel so bad. Like, I'm like, how are you going to feel? Like, how's Nama going to feel if I say no? Like I have to do this. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, no, it's hard for me. Like, sometimes it gets so bad with saying no or like rejecting other people. You know, when someone's dating you, but you don't realize that you're dating them, it becomes like that. So there was a point in time where my saying no was really bad, where I had like multiple boyfriends because I felt bad. I felt bad for being like, no, I'm not interested. I was like, sure, let's go.
I guess we can hang.
Go for it. You know what I mean? And then you sit back and you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I have multiple
I'm
boyfriends.
in a relationship.
If it's not the consequences of my action.
I'm better now.
What?
I promise. I'm better.
But now all the work it has to take you to get out of them also, right? It's like...
And I could have just said no from the beginning.
How do you react to disappointing people?
Oh, I cry before they cry.
This hurts me more
This
than
hurts
it's
me.
gonna
You know
hurt
when
you.
like when you get hit as a kid,
Yeah.
and then like your mom starts crying while hitting you. For me, it's like that. It's like I have to feel this pain. So like, and you're sitting there and this person's like weeping. That's me. And like most of the time they're like, okay, cool, I understand. I'm like, are you sure? You understand? Like,
I'm gonna make it up to you. I'm gonna do you one better.
we can date. It's fine. It's
Let's
okay.
get married. Oh, I am. We can go to
Exactly.
court now. Like, what
Exactly. So,
Oh
yeah.
my word!
I'm a recovering. No, I don't know what you. I'm recovering people pleaser. Let me
Oh
say that.
yeah, that's the way to put it. Does it feel like a shock to the nervous system since actually you're now putting into practice like not being a people pleaser? So saying things like no or I'm unavailable or I can't and stuff
that shit is hard, man. Like that shit is so hard. Like I just double booked myself this weekend.
Oh.
And then I had to cancel on someone and I felt so bad. Luckily it was my best friend, so she understands how difficult it is for me to do that. I'm proud of myself that I did it.
Yeah,
I hated it in the moment, absolutely dreaded it, but it's done and I didn't die.
That's, something I would think about too. Like you just have to rip the bandaid, like in the
100%.
moment it's like, oh, and then when you look back, you thank yourself so much that you honored yourself and stood by you.
Exactly.
Because also, I think sometimes when we honor certain invitations that we don't want to, we end up hating ourselves more. Like, why
100%,
did I, like, I actually couldn't.
Yeah.
Splitting ourselves apart. That was something I also realized. Like, for some reason, I used to be so comfortable splitting myself apart, like just being so burnt out. So, like.
I loved it. Oh my gosh. It's like, it's a rush. Like, you get a kick on, like, you want me? Yes. I will wake up at 5 a.m. and I will see Zama. I'll have lunch with my sister. I'll do this. Like, but by the end of the day, you're like, exhausted, you're burnt out, like, but you got that rush, right? You were needed, like you showed up for people. Yeah.
But that just goes back to everything, right? The feeling of wanting to be needed and, wanting to care for people, wanting to help people, turning people into our projects and all the...
Oh, I love project people. Ooh, I love... Oh, okay. I used to love
have that was
project
tea.
project men, those red flags. Red flag men.
Let me fix you. Let me change you.
Let me be your rehab,
you.
baby. Let me be your Bob the Builder. Let me do it for you.
Really? Is that something that is like right up your alley?
Was.
Sorry. That was right up your alley. Let me just correct myself. Hold on.
Next minute, a project's going to come to me. No.
Enough.
No. I'm saying no. Like, I'm tired.
No, I rebuke, honestly.
I'm tired.
But like, was that just something that you would just be attracted to and stuff like that? Like someone who you could see, oh, I can do something. I can work with this.
I don't know if I was attracted to them or they just like sniffed me out. Like, and I always said like whenever like I'd experience like a bum partner, I'm like, okay, cool. Like some of the relationship was fun. It's fun and stuff. But I'm like, your shit is heavy, man. Like, I was like, I had so much peace before you came. I was peaceful and like on it's like you literally just you picked me up and said, I want that one. Like that is the one that I want.
And
Why?
the condition they leave you in?
Let's not speak about that. Still recovering.
I'm sorry, but I just
and you know
you
what?
put all that effort into like wanting them to be better, and you're the
literally.
one left, you know,
paralyzed. And yeah, they're out there like popping bottles in the club. Like it's like like it's fun. And you're there crushed, like weeping.
Spending years
like,
working on everything
Yes.
that they did that affected your self-esteem, the way
Yeah.
you see yourself,
Yeah.
the way you understand things. So I also
Yeah.
think like it chemically does something
Oh,
to
1,000%.
you know, like you just so much work needs to be like done to undo,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
that whole time. And you know, sometimes people think it's like years of a relationship, but it could have been even like if it was like a 2-3 month situationship, whatever, that really just messed up your whole way of like viewing love, viewing you, loving yourself and all the rest. I don't know. I think I'm also just like interested in like, I guess like the bounce back for you, like after realizing, you know, you got out of something, you know, like thank goodness I'm out of that.
Yeah.
But like, sure, all the work, it's now like takes you to be on some like, I don't know, does it look like having boundaries in the sense of like never reaching out to that person again, never leaving the door open for them, you know, to come back and stuff? Like, how do we protect ourselves, you know, from, I guess repeating those cycles again and stuff like that? Because I think it's very easy to go back. I don't know how to explain it, but like, it's
1,000%.
it's very easy to find that same personality in a different body, in a different,
100%.
you know, that same
1,000%.
project over again and like do it and stuff like that. But like, are there ways that you've just started telling yourself to protect yourself? Like, if you see this, don't engage. You know, if this pops up, this is not for you, you know? Are there certain red flags for you that are just like,
I'm very sensitive to the red flags now.
Okay.
And I really don't have time for them. Simply because the amount of work that I've done to heal myself from like a person that I was romantically involved with, for example, broke me or what felt like had broken me to a point where I just couldn't see like daylight at all. And then it's going to be a new body, but same like flags waving. Now I must do that work again.
And it's harder this time.
And it's hard. Man, I'm tired. Like I want to kick back and like freaking sip on cocktails, mocktails, whatever. And like, I want to be treated like an egg. My mom always says, you're an egg. You're an egg. Stop being a warrior. Like just be an egg, you know?
Be soft, be gentle.
So every person that I meet, I'm like, hey, listen here, papa. I'm an egg. Like, I'm a fucking egg. Okay. Like, don't see this. Like, I have like a tough and gentle exterior, sharp, but like handle me with gentle, man. I'm precious cargo. And that's what I keep telling myself, that like, I am precious cargo. Therefore, I don't deserve your nonsense. Like, I don't need you in my space. Like, don't poison my space. I don't need that.
But it's also because of all the work you've now taken to treat yourself as an egg. Like, because you know what it's like to like treat yourself like you just, you know, hate yourself, right? And now it's like you're working on like, you know,
I don't want to feel like that again. Like I don't want to go back to that feeling. I'm literally fighting for my life, so I don't go back to that feeling. So I'm not going to let a human like
absolutely not
strip away all the work that I've done. Like, damn, I've been working since I got out of my mom's womb. Like, I feel like whenever people ask me, like, how old are you? I'm like, I'm 80. I'm 80 years old. I've been working. This like emotional being at it.
And I'm still going.
You know, so I don't have the energy for that anymore. I don't. Like,
sure. I love how you spoke about just like your friends being like a support system and all the rest. And I just think like, what did it look like cultivating a support system around you that can like show up for you during these like tough moments and stuff? We even spoke about like having a sister that like stands in the gap where you're unable to do certain things and stuff. But like, yeah, how did you, I guess, find the group of people that you can like rely on and trust in, and how important are they to you?
True. I would say varsity. I think that's where I made like majority of like my lifetime friendships. I have like two best friends that I met during like primary school and high school that I still hold like dear to my heart. But like the adult friendships that I made, definitely being at res, I went to school in Pretoria. I live in Joburg South. So I was alone. So I had to like figure it out. So there were a lot of trials and tribulations. Like there are people that I met in varsity that I thought best friend forever, but then was the biggest heartbreak. So just trial and error, really. Like I opened myself up because I'm like, I actually have no choice but to go forth and like not isolate myself, because then I'm gonna go through like years of being in varsity alone. I don't want that.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, what's your name? Like completely out of my comfort zone, but I'm like, I do not have a choice. Like you are gonna tell me your name. We are gonna be friends.
I got you.
So I got myself out of my comfort zone so I could learn and like slowly let in people. And I thank God for that, because I have friends now that I met in varsity that are gonna be there when I walk down the aisle. They're gonna be there when my child takes their first steps, like things like that, like big moments in my life. I know they're still gonna be there holding my hand. So I just really had to make myself uncomfortable in order to cultivate those friendships. Yeah.
Sure. And you spoke also a bit about like prioritizing you now, right? Because you're so used to like putting everybody, before you and stuff like that. But like, yeah, what are things that, you would say that like you're doing to like, I guess as a self-care practice or just as a way of filling your cup up again? I know that I sometimes, if I just get a day where I can do absolutely nothing, it feels amazing. Like, if I could just, you even speaking about like bed rotting, sometimes is so needed, for me. When I feel like I just want to lay in there and not move, because like once I get out this, apartment, I just have this to do, this to do. It feels like a never ending list of things to do in the world, right? But like, I think something as simple as that, or doing more, but like, are there things that you do, I guess, to fill your cup back up and recharge?
I love going for a walk at the botanical gardens. I think it's gonna sound so woo woo, but like I feel like my soul is there.
Yeah.
Like I'll just sit by the water, and then I'll have my pepper spray in hand, because you just
but
never know.
But of course, safety first.
But just being there, like, and just sitting and just looking at the water, that's more than enough for me. And like I'll sit and be like, God, this is why I'm here. This is the peace that I need to experience every day of my life. This feels good to me, and I will continue doing this. So I'm a simple girl, really. I'm just
honestly, that is, looking at a body of water is my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
Whether it's a stream, an ocean, a pond, or whatever it is. And I truly resonate with what you're saying, with like, it just feels like you're able to like connect with God in those moments, and like
100%.
being in nature and stuff.
Yeah.
And I guess it's also that feeling of like something bigger than you, that's something I always have to think about. Like when I feel so deep into my problems, I need to go somewhere where like I can look at something bigger, whether it's just like a lot of stars or water and stuff like that, and remember that like I'm just this like one human, a part of this huge experience.
1,000%.
And it just helps, I guess, deflate a lot of what we're feeling. I know you spoke about the voices in your head, right? That anxiety and stuff. And I don't know, maybe we can touch on that a bit. Like, does it sound like noise in your head sometimes when the anxiety creeps in, and voices just telling you, I don't know, something negative or pulling you down,
Oh my gosh, it's very loud. It's a stadium. Like it's difficult. It gets very overwhelming, because I'll be doing something that I enjoy, but then I can't feel like I'll know that I'm sitting on a chair, but like mentally I'm not on this chair. I'm trying to solve 1,000 other things. but like my body is here. Like I'm sitting on them, like I'm speaking to them, like my body is here, but I'm not here. And that's what I hate, because I feel like moments pass me by because of the anxiety, and I can't be present to enjoy every single thing because I'm not here at all. Like it's just it's like I'm on like autopilot. Like
Sure.
yeah. So it's loud, and like it's yeah.
I remember when my mom passed, and we speak about life goes on, right? So I still would like attend, my friends' birthdays and stuff, and I would like openly admit, like, guys, I'm happy to be here with you, but I cannot feel this joy, and it feels so weird to describe that. Like I actually, I'm so sad all the time. Well, this was last year. Like I'm so sad all the time, but I know I know I should be happy right now because I'm with the people I love. I'm with all of that kind of stuff. But why can't I feel it? Why? And it's like there's like this disconnect between what you're meant to be experiencing, and I'm even just thinking about what you just said about sitting on a chair. Like you can't even feel that.
Like simple, like your ass is on the chair, but like you're saying, you don't feel anything. Like there's no joy, there's no feeling, there's nothing. And just being numb in the present is probably something that I wouldn't wish upon my worst enemy.
Wow.
Like numbness it's scary. It's very, very scary.
Do you practice being present? Because I know that's something we probably struggle with because we keep thinking about so much all the time.
Yeah,
right?
we're like always trying to
either the
problem
past
solve.
or the future.
Yeah, trying to problem solve. Like I'm thinking, because I live in the South, so I'm thinking about traffic. I'm thinking about like maybe I need to get my sister something to like feed her to say I'm like thank you, like. But I'm here, but my mind is on Jansmats.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Oh wow.
So I need to actively like remind myself, okay, bring myself towards myself, like Mo, we are here. Let's focus on now, Yeah.
Do you feel like you're doing better, or is it like a journey, or is it not linear? Like it's never definite,
It always feels like it's never definite, but I try not to dwell on that too much, because then if I'm having a good day or good moments, I'm going to be like, oh, it's going to come to an end. Something bad's going to happen. I don't want to live like that, you know?
Yeah.
So like I'm saying, like I take it as the moment comes. So if I feel like I'm doing better today than I was last week or an hour ago, I'm like, I'm doing better. That's it. If I feel like shit the next hour, I actually feel like shit. Like, like I'm just trying to be honest with myself and not solve every single thing, man. Like I'm tired.
Sure.
Like I should be in retirement right now. Like, I am tired.
I'm 80.
Like I am 80.
But I don't know, man. I feel like I really love how serious you take mental health and your mental health, how serious you're actually putting in like effort into wanting, as you said, I want to live, and like, having the support system, learning how to say no, how to have boundaries, like I feel like you're doing the work, and it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of effort. And it's also different because it's not the same for everyone. So like what might seem like just a little task for someone could be the biggest thing, for the next person and all the rest. And so like I just listening to like the ways where you just like, if I can just get up, and shower and stuff, that really is what makes you like fulfilled and stuff. And I just like I really wanted to take this moment to just like commend you on like all the work and effort you're putting into getting through the day, and I truly hope that like there is a point where you feel like I am so happy, and it almost feels like finite. It's like there's this like joy inside of you that just feels like there's peace and stuff like that. I really just wish and I want that for you.
I appreciate that. Thank you. It's actually good to speak about it, and speaking about it, like I can hear like how far I've come. So thank you for having me on the podcast, because I'm like actually like speaking about it, like in the moment I feel like it's not enough, but then just reflecting on it, it's like it's actually more than enough. Like you're doing good, you're doing more
amazing, honestly.
So and that's why I take my mental health so seriously because I know what it feels like to be in the gutters. I know what it feels like when I don't take it seriously. And I'm just like, Ladina, I don't want to go back there. So I'm fighting for my life to not go back.
And
Literally.
you're not there. Oh, man.
I hope so. Thank you.
No, honestly, thank you so incredibly much. You know, you was just so sincere and so vulnerable. And I don't know, I can't imagine, the strength it takes to do what you did and share. But maybe please tell everybody where to find you before we close.
Do I look at that camera?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm so bad with eye contact, so I'm going to try. Right now, you can literally just find me on Instagram. I always forget my handle. It's Mdluli.mo. I'm looking at you to confirm. I think it's Mdluli.mo. If you can't find me,
Girl,
just
I have
say...
your number now. I don't know your handle.
You can give them my number. Like, wow, I'm kidding. Don't do that. Just find me on Instagram. You can just see like little bits and pieces of what I do, what I get up to. That's
Thank
it.
you.
Other than that, I'm a ghost. I don't exist anymore. Like,
valid.
just floating.
Don't go looking for me.
Don't go looking for me. Like, I know my voice is beautiful. Don't go looking for me.
Oh my gosh, thank you again so much, Mo. As always,
me.
I'm sending my love. Goodbye.
What in the 20s is going
In the
on?
20s,
Think about
yes.
the 20s.
What
baby.
in the 20s?
What in the 20s is going on? I am here for my 20s, baby. This is the 20s.